The first step, that is to create the directories. Let me do that one by one. Now we have created the directories. We are going to start the shard servers. Shard servers will be using the directories which we have created previously. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be starting only 2 shards initially. Yes, it has started. It started listening to the port 30,001. Now the second shard. This will be listening on port 30,002. Waiting for connections on port 30,002. So that's done. The next step is to start the config server in port 40,001 in this directory. Waiting for connections in 40,001. Following the config server, we need to start the query router. Query router will be in port number 40,005. Started. The next step is to connect to the query router using RoboMongo. This is the query router port. We have the configuration database here, and we have the shards collection. Let me query on that. Currently it will be empty because we haven't added any shards there. To add the shards, it's very simple. The steps are given here. Actually, there is one more parameter we can give, that is a name parameter which can be used to identify the shard. Let me provide that. I missed a step because it can run against only the admin DB. I missed this one. Let me open a new shell. Use admin. So switch to DB admin. Let me confirm this again by issuing DB command. Admin database is active. I'm going to execute this add shard commands in the admin database. Successful. We got a reply from the server. Let me confirm it by viewing the documents in the shards collection, which is under config.db. So we got 2 shards. Following this, we are going to enable sharding in the database and the collection involved. Note that this collection and database will be created dynamically. First step is to enable sharding in the database. Done, successful. The next step is to enable sharding in the details collection, where the key field is name. We copy this. Yes, successful. Now we must see a new database here. We got the new database created. Under that, we must have a collection, details collection. Details collection is there. With this, we have done all the configuration steps for the sharding. The next step is to populate test data into the database. Let me do that. On this database, we are under person shard DB. I'm going to insert the test data. It's a simple test data. The collection name is referred here. It's an insert statement where the field name is the shard key. It will insert around 50,000 documents with 3 field names. One is a name, second one is ID, the third one is annual income. The test data is very simple. It will insert into this collection's details collection with 3 fields, name, ID and annual income, whereas the value of I will be from the outer loop. On executing this, it's going to take some time. It must spread the data across 2 shards which we have active now. Insertion is successful. It took some time because I ran it on my local PC. Now to the critical part. We need to see how the data is distributed across the shards. That is very easy. By executing a simple method, you will be able to find how the data is spread across the shards. Collection.get shard distribution. That's it. This simple command is going to give you complete details about the data distribution. So we got 21,000 documents in the first shard and 28,000 documents in the second shard. So the distribution rate is 56 to 43. The next step is to add the third shard. You can even confirm this one by connecting to this shard instance. I'll demo it using RoboMongo. New connection. The port is 30,001. Instead of find, I'm going to give here count. $21,798, and here also it will be 21,798. So the counts of documents are matching. Do remember that we inserted around 50,000 documents. The next step is to add the shard. We'll be starting our third shard here. Prior to that, let me copy this command, paste it. Shard will be running in 30,003. It will be named as shard3 demo. Just preparing the commands. I'm not going to execute it. Prior executing, I need to start the third shard server. It will be running in port number 30,003. Waiting for connections on port 30,003, so the server is started. Next step is to add the third shard server. Let me confirm the database. It's admin. Yes, it's done. Let us reconfirm by querying the shards collection. We must see 3. In JSON view. So we got 3 shards. I'm going to insert the test data again. This time it will be from 50,000 to 100,000. Yes. It's going to take some time, maybe around 5 minutes. The insert is over. Now by issuing this simple method, we'll be able to see how the data is split across the servers. We have inserted around 100,000 records, 100,000 documents. We have new documents in the third shard. The percentage of distribution of the data is given here, around 45% on the first server, 14% on the third one, and around 40% on the second one. We have around 13,000 odd documents in the third server. Let me confirm it by connecting RoboMongo to that. %shardDB details collection, view documents. I'm going to count the number of documents here. This count must match. The count is matching with the get shard distribution command. You can also get more details about sharding by connecting to the config database. Let me do it in a separate Mongo instance. Separate RoboMongo instance. So under this collection, if you query in the chunks collection, the key is distributed among the servers. Key is splitted across the servers from min and max. The key value started from 3538 to 41,506. This is in shard 3. Similarly, you can query and find the data in shard 1 also. For example, in shard 1, the min and max values are from 8966 and 9999. This is for a particular chunk. And similarly, you can see the databases that has been sharded under this. And for Mongos, you can get the details about Mongos here. And for shards, you know that you have to query in the shards collection. Created data directories. We started sharding servers in different ports. Then we have started config server on a different port. We have linked the config server with the query router, which we started also in a different port with a predefined chunk size. Later, by connecting to the query router and changing to the admin database, we have executed these commands for adding the shard servers and for enabling sharding in the collection. Do remember that these collections are dynamically created. Then we have populated the %shardDB with test data. Later again we added the third shard and we repeated the same step again.